Hey everyone, Dakota Franson here, specialist of the strange. I just wanted to come with you real quick about potentially doing your own podcast. Have you ever wanted to start your own podcast? Maybe you got a lot of questions like, how do I record? How do I get my show into all these apps that are out there? How can I make money? There are probably several thousand other questions about getting this show off the ground that you have been formulating and communicating in your mind. And I'm here to tell you that there is a very simple answer to this. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing your show. And best of all, it is 100% free. Get all the perks from the other guys without having to pay for subscription fees. And best of all, it is easy. And in fact, Anchor can match you up with sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast right now, which means you can get paid doing what you love. Isn't that the fucking dream, my friends? In fact, that's actually what I'm trying to do right now by reading this ad for you. It is amazing. It helps ease the process for guests, putting on music, whatever you want to do. So if you want to start your podcast, make some money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and several other fabulous people already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. And I cannot wait to hear you on the air. Good evening, everyone. I hope this message finds you well. I've had to take some time in order to handle certain situations that came forward. The initial plan was for me to finish my new book, then maybe start up filming for a paranormal investigation class I'm putting together. But new cases came up that kinda needed my attention. The first one I mentioned briefly in the last airing of this show was a possession case. It's been a rough one. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to go into all the details in order to respect the privacy of the client, but the demon in question was identified as Vapula. It's the 60th demon mentioned in the Key of Solomon. He has the ranking of Grand Duke. He's mostly active at night. Tends to try to isolate his victims. Make them isolate themselves from all their loved ones before taking complete control. It appears that my stories that have been mentioned on Strange but True Stories have brought some people to my attention that needed an assist. I was able to conduct an exorcism ritual. I was successful in expelling Vapula, but it wasn't over. This demon is officially the strongest one I've ever gone up against. And, he tried to come back for revenge. He tried attacking me directly. I gotta look at him. Now, to give you an idea of this particular being's strength, some sources claim he is actually a Nephilim. A subject I should cover in a future episode, but essentially a Nephilim, though some believe it is a hybrid between angels and humans. An error in translation is what led to that thought process, but essentially Nephilim are another name for demigods. Half human, half god-like figures. Vapula is one of them. And he was big. His face was like a cross between a large dog and a lion. He had horns. He stood 12, 15 feet tall. He had wings, completely black. And physically strong. He tried attacking me in my sleep. Made it so I could barely breathe, and By the time I broke free, my eyes were completely bloodshot. Bruising was around my neck. He tried to kill me. But once again, intervention from Michael helped prevent further disaster. There haven't been any more tries from Mapula. The client in question, which Mapula started to take control over, has now undergone some serious sickness, as I was afraid he would. I think after that it might be the last I hear of him, but I never dealt with anything this strong before. This one is he's officially the strongest being I've ever gone up against. And there's even stronger ones out there. I talk about this in my new book that I mentioned I was writing. It's called Dear Dakota, The Letters You Wish You Had. It's kind of a self-help therapy type project. It doesn't necessarily focus on my supernatural endeavors, but rather the events that led me to how I am today. You can find this book on Amazon. You can add me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram to get updates. When the hardcovers are finally published, right now it's only available in ebook, so if you got a Kindle or Nook, you're good to go. But if you prefer to have a physical copy in your hand, it might just take a little bit longer. Sorry, I really needed to turn down my alarms. Also, an update for those of you who may be interested in attending a paranormal investigation class. I am currently putting things together to put the first course on it. It's going to be covering basic topics, things of that nature. The final project for the course is going to be a project you'll do at home. The plan is to make it a project where you explore certain topics and determine with the knowledge you have currently whether or not it may be real. Like I said, those of you who are interested in these updates, you can find me at my website, dakotafranson.com. There's also, you can find my books on Amazon. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. I'm all over the place. You can just head over to my website or click the link in the description below so you get a full listing of all official sites maintained by myself for more updates. I'm afraid that's all I have for today. I'll keep you guys in the loop when we get ready to film more episodes of this, so stick around, my friends.